Hello, all my chickadees. Today we're going to be playing Glass Mind. Now, this is a demo, so it only has day one of what's possibly going to be 5 days for the completed game. But as you can tell by this right here, it's got horror elements from what I gather. So, okay, we're just gonna dive right in and find out what this is about. Okay. Okay, Glass Mind. Content warnings. Pay attention, everybody. Ah! Well, you can pause and read it, okay? I didn't get to read it. Okay, we are... What's your name? Fail. It's around... let me get a drink real quick. It's around sunset, and you're moving boxes of valuables and various knickknacks into your temporary home. It's closer to the new medical program, and renting an apartment would hurt more than student loans. You're grateful that your parents offered you to use their rental for the time being. The house was nothing special. Old paintings and decorative items float on the walls from the last time it was used. Though it did have you did have the house to yourself, so you can't be upset. The heavy lifting of bed frames and tables were already set up inside, thanks to the movers. But even with the small amount of furniture, it feels empty. You carry the last box from the back of your car into the house. It's filled with posters and college merch, and you decide to decorate your room before the day ends. Alright, that's tomorrow is the first day of clinicals. The college you were enrolled at previously had a medical assistant program that would be stupid to give up. It required moving a bit out of ways to a hospital out in nowhere, but that was no problem. A 20-minute drive is better than a 3-hour drive. You haven't seen the place in anything other than pictures, but the coordinator seems like a nice guy. Going hands-on is definitely the learning curve that you've been needing. Okay, so I'm gathering we're a medical student, and we had to move to a new location to attend like medical trials at a certain hospital. Going virtual for other courses also wasn't a challenge. You weren't social much anyway. Thinking about meeting others put a frown on your face. Not whilst in school, but with the neighbors. He let out a long groan. I better go introduce myself now. If I don't, I'll forget to later. Walking out, the sun was just about to dim. It was right before dinner time. Perfect. Oh, this is pretty. You look at the houses beside your own. Similar in design, but more decorated and homely. The neighborhood you relocated to feels inviting. The trees are tall and the leaves are orange and red thanks to the autumn season. Houses lined up in the street and came to a halt at the cul-de-sac. The sound of birds chirped as they settled in by sunset. You make your way over to your first visit. To the right of your home stood a small green house. On your way up, you noticed the grass was long and unkept. The house casted a shadow from where it started to the edge of the street. The porch was barren, and the sound of a loud TV could be heard inside. You raise your hand and knock. No one seems to answer, but the lights are on inside. Rude. You decide to knock again. Still no answer. You groan to yourself quietly. Stepping off the neighbor's porch, you can hear the door lock loudly. What a bunch of assholes. Hopefully you'll have better luck with the next house. Well, maybe they didn't want to interact with humans either. I mean, you said you didn't want to interact with the neighbors, so maybe they don't either. Like, oh gosh, we got a new neighbor. Francis, don't open the door. I mean, It is good. I guess it is rude not to answer your door, but I mean, I turn into a freaking ninja at my house. If somebody knocks on the door, I like peek through the windows to see if I know them or not. If not, I'm like hiding. So, I can't blame the neighbors too much now. Okay. Next door stands a single-story residence with a plain yard out front. The house was a little run down and the grass was patchy. You make your way towards your stairs and up onto the porch. Before you raise your hand to knock, you see something shuffle in the curtains. With a quick snap, they shut. You feel uneasy, and a cold shiver runs down your spine. Hesitantly, you knock on the door. A few seconds pass and the door opens. Okay, hello? Oh god, the eye moving. Oh man. That's perfect, guys. Oh, nice and creepy. Your neighbor stands before you, peeking out the door with nothing but a cold gaze. Hello? I'm Phil, your new neighbor? I just wanted to pop over and introduce myself. Their eyes fixed onto you. I just moved here and I just wanted to see how you may be, doing? You may as well be talking to yourself. The silence was uncomfortable. I love the option is ... um... ... He blinks slowly, never breaking his contact. Hello, Fail. He slowly closes the door. Okay, he said hi. It seems people here aren't the friendliest. Maybe it's your lack of positive peer-to-peer interaction. Or maybe people just don't enjoy strangers knocking on their door. I mean... Shocker. Well, so much for this. So much for the meeting the neighbors, I guess. Retreating home, the lack of personalized decoration upsets you. Thinking of tomorrow's clinicals bring you back to your senses, and you decide to get some extra rest while there's still time. You head off into your room for the night and flop down onto your half-thrown-together bed. Drifting off from all the hard work, you close your eyes. Tomorrow will be better. The sunset light pierces through the window, and the warmth of the rays can be felt on your face. You don't even use a blanket. You start to drift off into a peaceful rest. I'm liking the descriptions. The descriptions are nice. Oh god. I think I have the volume turned down too low for you guys to hear, but that was a little jump scare noise, like gee. Okay. Falling asleep proved difficult. The new place made you feel out of your element. The blinds were thin enough to see outside as you lay on a small mattress in the bedroom corner. Your thoughts wandered back to the guy peering at you. Should I be worried about them? No. My parents had always said this was a nice area. There's nothing to be scared of. Just make sure you lock your door, okay? Make sure you lock your doors, dude. Your alarm goes off. The sun is not yet over the horizon, though you feel inclined to get up and start your everyday routine. You walk out of your room. The living room was dark and quiet. Should you turn on the light? I mean... yeah? Walking into the kitchen and opening of the cupboard, you frown at the lack of food you pack for your move-in. With only instant oatmeal and some apples to your name, the sad breakfast reminds you of all the shopping that needs to be done. I could stop by the store today. You take out a piece of paper from the notebook and scribble various groceries down for later, shoving it into your pocket, hoping you would remember to check. The meal was bland and a little depressing. You shake your head in disappointment, yet you continue eating. You finish your sad meal and sit there. Tiger, what do you want? Huh? Tiger's my one of my kitties, and Tiger, I want you to win. Okay. I should probably get dressed. Yeah. You take your bowl to the sink and rinse it off before you head out. Your first dirty bowl in your new house. How exciting. You make your way towards your bedroom. Walking into your room, you're already starting to get yourself undressed. As you take off the clothes you kept on before your big nap, you feel the breeze on your skin from the sweat. Sleeping in a warm room with a full outfit probably was the smartest idea. While changing, you can't help but hear a faint scratching sound. Mice? Do we have mice? Looking all around your room to find where it's coming from, you find nothing. You decide to look outside. Oh, well, we got a fenced-in backyard. Nice. You see the sky getting brighter as the sun climbs slowly. Birds once again chirping as they awake and start their day. Apart from that, there's nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing at all. Making your way towards the college's hospital, the building towers over you. The building was huge and could be seen from a mile away. The chance to be doing your clinicals in a hospital this big was a huge step in your medical career. It also stood by the college for more local medical students. Who knows, I might just enroll into this college instead. Walking up to the front doors, you look down at your watch. 8:45, just 15 minutes before you begin your first day. The inside was so clean and sterile looking, your own footsteps echoed back at you at the lobby and the long hallways on either side. Inside, you meet the instructor for the day. A tall, broad man in gray scrubs patiently waits. Around him is a group of other medical students waiting for the day to start. The instructor looks at you. Oh, hello, instructor. Oh, yeah, you got a little scruff going on there. I bet you're having a rough time keeping up with everybody, huh? Hello. Name? Oh, it's, Fail. There's so many people here. I swear I thought I'd be early. No, you are. Everyone just decided to be earlier than you. He laughs at his own dry humor. The group was stagnant for the rest of the 15 minutes while the other students trickled into the room. Looking around, everyone was close around your age, but some was older. The instructor steps back from the group of students. His demeanor towers above the entire group. This man was a behemoth. Dr. Fisher. Good morning, everyone. You're here today for your clinicals. I am Dr. Fisher, and I'll be your instructor today. I know all you are anxious to start, but please be patient, as this is a learning experience and a hospital is not something to rush into. Really, the other workers will think you're running towards your code blue or something. Okay, he has a point there. Don't run in a hospital unless there's an emergency. For those that didn't study, that's a respiratory emergency here. Alright, I'm going to tell you who you'll be working with today, so when I call you, please come up. The group of students mumbled and talked among themselves as the instructor gave out our assignments. The group slowly diminished, name after name. The hospital around you was a little frigid, and the sounds of the PA system echoed through the halls with trauma calling for the emergency department to be ready. Fail! The instructor's voice echoes in the lobby. You look around to see that by the time you were done surveying your surroundings, everyone else had already left. Dr. Fisher is staring at you, waiting for your response. Yes, sorry. You know, in healthcare, people die when you're not attentive. I'm kidding. Half kidding. Was that supposed to be a joke? Kinda sick if you ask me. Today, you'll be working with Nurse Evans up in 4 Alpha. 4 Alpha? That's the nickname for the department. Today, you'll be in inpatient mental health. The psych ward? Just your luck getting to work with all the crazies. That felt insensitive. Most of them were people with suicidal tendencies who just wanted to feel better. Who was I to judge? God knows I wanted to end it all just looking at what assignments you've done previously. That felt even more insensitive. Giving a nod to your instructor, you make your way down the hall and towards the elevators. Pressing the button, you wait for the elevator to make its way down to you. People passing you by in the hall talk amongst each other, and you look out of place. Your scrub's brighter than others, and anyone could spot you from a mile away if they wanted. The elevator finally makes it to you. You walk in and press the button to the 4th floor. Oh, we even get elevator music! Okay. Okay, I guess we just do have to wait. Why is this going so slow? Because you're impatient? There we go. The door is finally open. You step out into a long hallway. To your right is the way to the station for the day. At the end, you're also met with a set of uninviting double metal doors. Inpatient mental health. Ring for assistance. Yeah, the doors would be locked, obviously. They were dark gray with only 2 small windows in. Nothing could be seen from inside where you stand. Looking over, you see the doorbell. Ring for assistance. You push the doorbell. A couple seconds pass and a voice calls back to you over the speaker. Hello? How can I help you? Casual greeting. Flirtatious greeting. Oh! Complimentary greeting. Okay. Guys, I have to do it. Flirtatious greeting. Okay. Hi, I'm Fail. I'm here to work with you today. You sound lovely. That didn't sound creepy at all. Oh, well, thank you. I'll be right out. Oh, you're flirting with a girl. Aw. I mean, she is cute, but I was hoping it was a guy. Resident Nurse Evans. Hi, I'm Nurse Evans. You'll be working with me today. Please come in. She ushers you in hastily. As you know, this is a psychiatric ward, or what we call 4 Alpha around here. What we do is provide supervision and care to our patients while also making sure that they're attended to in order to make their stay as pleasant as possible. Did something move in that window, or am I going crazy? Okay, I might be going crazy. Don't be surprised when you find a patient who's unreceptive to your hospitality. It's more common than you think. Today we don't have many patients, just about 6, so today should be a breeze for you. Of course, patients here come and go as their time with us ends. Usually it's 3 days, but sometimes we must keep them longer if we suspect they aren't fit for release. Come, let me introduce you to our patients, since it's time for group. The table in the middle of the room had 5 people sitting around it. Strange. I swore she said there were 6 people. Phil, I'd like to introduce you to our patients. Hey, everybody. Here we have Wade. She pointed to a patient covered in bandages. They gave a wave to you with a smile that was friendly and inviting. So this is Wade, I'm guessing. Next to them is Meme. Here we go. She pointed to a female patient with dyed white hair. They looked too focused on a game of checkers by themselves. And over there is Lindsay, but you can call her Lynn, so this one. At the end of the table was another female patient. She looked to you and greeted you before going back to her game of what seemed to be goldfish, I think. There's Romeo, just across from her, the one with the green tips. Straight across from Lindsay was a patient with green frosted tips. They were smug, looking like they're winning the game. And lastly, we have Sue. Hey, Sue. Another female patient greeted you with a cheery smile. She was wearing an eye patch and had beautiful, dirty blonde hair. These patients will be with us for a short time. Again, usually patients stay the allotted 3 days, so over time they'll be fit for release. She said there were 6. I was only 5. Hopefully you'll have a good time here with us. We try our best to make it fun, not only for them but for us. Why make a day boring for yourself when you can make it fun for everyone? Oh, yes, I forgot to mention. Each nurse and medical assistants will have a one-on-one session with an assigned patient each day. Our patients referred to go by cryptic. That's something we do here, of course. We, of course, have a full legal name, but to promote a safe space for our patient, we accept any nicknames of preferred names. Okay. Our session is about to begin in a few minutes. Let me take you to the therapy room. Walking with her to the therapy room, you pass by the rooms in which patients sleep in. They're empty right now, and there's multiple beds in a big open room. The sheets were tucked and neatly folded, Okay, my brain just went on that sentence. The sheets were tucked and neatly folded where there resides no patients and strung about sheets where patients have claimed a bed. Okay. The walls around you were mint green, and beneath them was a foxwood paneling. The guardrails were about waist high, and you ran your hand along them as you walked. The ward was small, and the travel itself wasn't that far. She opened the door and led you inside. All right, it'll just be a second. I'm going to go grab the patient. She closed the door behind you. The room was small with a little furniture, a desk, and 2 chairs. One for her and one for the patient. The lights were white and industrial, and the room was eerily quiet. You could hear shuffling around the panopticon through the wall behind you. Oh, no, that's a word. You lean against the wall and wait. Not long after, the door opens. She returns with a female patient. She had long brown hair and dressed in the same cardinal maroon shrubs as the other patients. The patient sat down in the blue school chair and looked up at you with a smile. Is your nose okay, sweetie? Is that a bloody nose? Good morning, Cryptic. How are you today? She sat there silently staring at me with her smile. She had drew a crude clown nose on herself with what looked to be like oil pastel. Fail, this is Cryptic. She's selective mute, as you can see, so we try to ask close-in questions to give an evaluation. Kind of how you asked the open-ended question just a second ago? She laughed at your sarcastic remark. So, Cryptic, are you doing well today? She nods at the question, never breaking gaze. Okay, the way the eyes move, that is such a good creepy feature. That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Did you get a good breakfast this morning? I heard they serve pancakes today. She once again nods with a more enthusiastic smile. She loves pancakes. Every time we have it, she eats them like they were nothing. Okay, Cryptic, my assistant here is going to ask you a few questions to get them acquainted with the job here. Is that okay? She nods. Wonderful. Here's her chart. Just go down the line and try to ask them as open-endedly. Handing you the clipboard, you look at the list of questions. It's a long list. You'll only need to do 3, so don't worry about doing all of them. Okay. Little interest or pleasure in doing things, feeling down, hopeless, or depressed, or you having suicidal or homicidal thoughts. Third one's kind of heavy, but we do need to know it. I'm gonna pick the middle one. Within the past 2 weeks, have you felt down, hopeless, or depressed? She once again shakes her head no. Oh, we can ask all of them. Within the past 2 weeks, have you had little interest or pleasure in doing things? She shakes her head no. Then she puts her hand towards your chest and slides them upward, barely hearing her. That's American Sign Language. She says she's happy. I'm glad to hear that. Or see that, I guess. Okay, last one. Do you have any suicidal or homicidal thoughts? Oh god. Cryptid! She reaches you with a stabbing motion at a fast pace, after she immediately stops and giggles quietly. She looks back up at you with a giggly smile with her hands folded neatly in her lap. Don't worry, she did that to me. She did that to me too when I first started talking to her. Okay. Okay. The session continued and Nurse Evans asked all she needed. The patient seemed fine apart from her little stunt. You leaned against the wall behind her, and the whole time the patient looked at you with that same smile. Well, that seems to be everything. Thank you, Cryptid. I'll talk to you later on tonight before bedtime. She turned towards you. Come on, Fael. We're done for now. Pretty straightforward, if I do say so. How was it? Not the best introduction to the job. It was okay. I'm glad you're here with me. Let's just say it's okay. You shrug your shoulders. It was okay. Pretty simple. I know I won't be doing half as much as you do, though. That's okay. The more you know, however, the easier it is for you to communicate with your provider. Anyway, that's our one-on-one sessions. We're about to start a movie for the other patients in a few minutes. Come on, let's sit in the lobby. You follow her around the front and into the lobby's office area. You sit down next to her. The station was busy with other staff members as the patients were sitting at the table. So that's pretty much it. Take care of the patients, do your one-on-ones, and take care of the patients some more. Scrub some charts, look over physician orders. It's a snap. Do you have any questions for me? Can I have your number? No. No, you're not a boy. I'm sorry. You're cute, but no. Is there anything fun about this job? Are there any patients I should be worried about? Are there any patients I should be worried about? That fun fest in the room we had just made me nervous. No, although some refused help. We never put nurses or medical assistants at risk with potentially dangerous individuals. If that happens, we get security or call the police. You're in safe hands. She puts a hand over yours and smiles. Reassuring, but her tone sounded off. Genuine but worried. You take her word for it. You hear her mumble something about someone. It lingers in your mind. Alright then, let's get the movie started. So there is someone we should be worried about. She turns off the lights in the lobby and turns on the movie for the patients. The office was dark, and the film played on the screen. Patients sat and watched as the staff tapped away at their keyboards. The sound of the taps louder to you than the movie. Chatter could be heard amongst the patients as they commentated lightheartedly. This seemed nice, and you felt like you could sit back and enjoy the movie yourself, but the nurse tapped your shoulder and waved you to the room just behind. You and the nurse talked more about the clinical SOP and daily duties. The room was darker than out in the lobby. She pointed to a dim-lit room behind you. That's our isolation room, she whispered. Patients can choose to sit in there if they need some space from everyone else, but in other instances, we must put uncooperative and rising hostile patients with restraints. If anyone gets violent with you and I'm not around, call one or the other staff for assistance and they'll get other staff to be involved if need be. The room stared back at you with a menacing aurora. The deep red illuminated the entire room. It was empty, and you hoped it stayed that way. We're gonna have to put someone in the room, aren't we? Leaving the hospital through the lobby, you don't really know what to think of the next week. Or months. Years, maybe? Only if you like working in this field. Oh yeah, I need to go to the store. You pull out your phone to look up at the nearest grocery store. You notice it's 5:15, so you still have plenty of day left to unbox all your shit after a quick trip for food. Oh, the nearest neighborhood, Marwalt, seems good enough. It's only a few miles away from here and home. Should be a quick stop. Better get going now. No! Hey, Doritos. Rocky. Oh, mac and cheese. Yeah, let's get that mac and cheese. It has some cereal and produce. Okay. Oh, nothing on discount right now. Yep, it's the grocery store. Your stomach growls as you pass through the aisles, reminding you of the sad breakfast and lack of lunch. Maybe coming to the store in an empty stomach wasn't the best of ideas. You seem to have many of those. Pulling out a crumpled paper from your pocket, you look to see what you need. Milk, eggs, lunch meat, apples, bread, canned food. How do you write a list? Things. When did I write all this down? Hastily, you grab a cart and get looking. While looking through the deli, you have a hard time choosing between two options. Your thinking is interrupted by a nudge. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you. You turn around. Hello! Okay, this guy's cute. He looks like a little strungly, but he's cute. Something about this guy seems familiar. Those eyes. Something about them tipped you off. It was that creepy neighbor from next door. Oh, hello. Ah, hey, you're my neighbor, right? Sorry for the sudden introduction yesterday. I know it was pretty late. I didn't mean to spook you. If I did. Thinking about it, I never got a name. It's Lou. I'm Lou. He looks directly at you. I need this. Okay. I like that. Hello. He is cute. Look at that. Giving me some L vibes from Death Note. His hand passes by your head as his face gets closer to yours. You can see his olivey pale skin and tired eyes a lot closer now that they weren't surrounded in darkness. He grabs something from the cold shelves. Then he pauses and looks at the ground near you. Thanks. Sorry. Oh no, come back! Come back, Lou! Without a goodbye, he turns and walks off. Maybe you came on too strong. He seems pretty shy, but now you have a name. Lou. What a nice name. Snapping out of it, you get what you needed, and taking some creative liberties with your shopping list, you walk to the register with a full basket. There is a magazine called Imminent Danger. Get away. Okay. I guess I mean like get away on a vacation because there's a palm tree, but still, I can't read. Is that a gun mag? Yep, guns. Making your way up to the front, you find two registers opened. You see Lou almost finished to check out the first register. The second register has a customer starting. Which you want to go to? Join Lou. Join Lou. Oh, hello! You enter the line just behind Lou. As the last of his stuff gets checked out, he pulls out his debit card. He stands in silence, waiting. Should I talk to him? Yeah. You stutter, trying to start a conversation. Hey, Lou, right? I wanted to apologize. Like, actually apologize about earlier and yesterday. I didn't want to make you uncomfortable, and if I did, I'd like to make it up to you. Say, can you come over for a drink and we can get to know each other better? He's like, what? He gives off a lighter expression. Sure. With his bags of grocery, he walks out. He turns back to look at you. Guess I'll see you tonight, Fail. Seeing him flustered was kind of cute. With rosy cheeks, you make your way up to the front of the line. After checking out your groceries, you head home. As you get home, you place your groceries on the counter, putting away what you don't need to prepare the dinner for your guest tonight. Come to think of it, you never gave him a time to arrive. Hastily, you prepare the dinner in case he shows up early. A simple pasta dinner with wine would be lovely. It takes almost no time at all to cook the pasta and cook the sauce. Of course, you can't just have pasta. You decide to make a side of garlic bread. Fuck, I don't have garlic. You put some bread in the toaster and smear some butter on it. Good enough. That must be him. You rush over to the door. Oh my god, did he put on like a... It's like a suit. Oh my gosh. Look at it. It's like a suit hoodie. It looks like a suit, but it's a hoodie. Oh my god. Hi, Lou. This poor man looks like he's about to pass out and die. I've never seen a man more red in my entire life. He stands there almost motionless, his hair slicked back as best as it could be with water. Oh, he's trying. Do you want to come in? He nods his head. Oh, that's a cute hoodie. I want it. I want it. Oh, he's so red. Thanks for having me over. He was still so red. No problem. I'm glad you decided to come over. He could barely look at me. He must be so nervous. Come sit down. I'll finish cooking. He sits down and waits for dinner. You serve him the dinner you had prepared, staring at it and then back to you. He gets a forkful and starts eating. Over time, he drinks the wine. He loosens up and talks more. The day slowly turns to night. The meal has been finished and you continue to talk. Feeling warm from the alcohol, you both take off your top layers. Both now in your undershirts and hot at the face. The conversation gets more and more in depth. Oh, this is so cute. Look. Anything else you want to talk about? Talk about your classes. Talk about his classes. Ask if he has a job. Ask for hobbies. Hobbies. Do you have any hobbies? He looks down, flustered. I'm okay at guitar. Just okay? I don't know. Can I hear you play? Maybe sometime. What about you? Do you have any hobbies? What are your hobbies? Let's see. What should we write? Gaming. Huh. That's pretty cool. Want to show me sometime? Sure, sounds like fun. The wine had run out, and you could hardly stand on your 2 feet. Your guest looks just as hammered as you. He also looks to be glowing from the light. You get closer to him. He stares back at you with tired eyes. I have to do it. Go. You get even closer, lips just inches apart. His skin was practically glistening from the warm light. He moves in on you. The feeling was warm, numb, and sensual. They kissed! You kissed this absolute stranger on the lips, and he was very gentle with you. After a while, you both pull away. You still red? Thanks for tonight. That was really nice. I guess I should head home then. No, wait. Want to stay with me for tonight? Dude, okay. Kiss? Okay. But we might be pushing it a little too fast, dude. Sure. Is it okay if I just sleep on the couch, though? Sure. Cool. You prepare the couch for your guest. You make as nice a bed as you can out of blankets and some throw pillows. Okay, this is better. He sits down on the couch. Thank you. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night, Phil. Good night. Hello? Okay, that looks creepy. That looks very creepy. You head off into your room and get into bed. Wait. Can we still lock our bedroom door? I mean, you look up at the ceiling and start to drift off. It was a good day, like you had said. As your eyes close, you start to lose your buzz. There's a stranger in your house. Tuesday, day 2. To be continued. We shouldn't have asked him to stay. I mean, even if he was, like, drunk or whatever. There's a stranger in your house. You only just met him. Oh my gosh. Oh. I mean, you could have just sent him home. He lives right next door. It wasn't like he was gonna get in a car wreck or nothing. Okay, well, that is the end of the demo for Glass Mind. let me know what you guys think down below. I really like the ending part of it. um, yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this, so when the full game comes out, I will know about it. But yeah. Oh dear. I love the menu screen here. It's amazing. But leave a like down below if you liked it, and I'll send more spooky content your way. Bye.